welcome back. Teh Tarik Hour. As always, we are back.
You are always got Azreen.
Yes, that is me, always Azreen, and we always have anti-CC.
I'm Ah Kit.
Ah Kit, our resident voice of reason. Reason, logic, no? How are you? Okay already,
Okay.
how have you been since our last recording?
The last recording, a lot of comment, right?
So wow, I actually surprised. I have been so busy with work. I haven't checked our video at all. And wow, a lot of comments on that one. A lot higher than most normal.
But what I can say is a very we are talking here actually is more to more personal
opinions
opinions lah.
And
of course, I believe everyone also got their opinion. Maybe I'm not in good. Maybe you can put some comment.
But we do appreciate all the constructive comments, giving their opinions in a very polite manner lah. Not a lot of name calling or name shaming like that, which we always appreciate, because we understand we are two idiots. We are two so high, basically. Yeah,
just sharing.
And we're just sharing our opinions and whatnot. Sometimes it'll be wrong, sometimes it'll be good. Most of the times we're stupid lah. And if you enjoy this kind of stupid content, don't forget to share, like,
subscribe,
our
channel,
and comment. Also, we always love comments. We love reading them. We should probably give thumbs up to all the comments to show that we actually read them. But I mean, if you watch the video, you know that we read the comments as well, and we truly appreciate the support. Please help us by following if you do enjoy the content, and push the algorithm up. Push our content up, so we want to provide you more of these content. But enough of that selfless, shameless promotion. Today's topic is something that Ah Kit is going to be presenting today, because unfortunately I did not prepare any topic at all. But Ah Kit brought talk today, and he said he wanted to specifically talk about a certain project that's gonna happen in Malaysia. Take it away, Ah Kit.
Sounds so serious. Actually, just a recent news. Because our PM Anwar,
Prime Minister, reformist,
going support is one of the abandoned project in Johor Bahru and JB's. It's called a forest city. I don't know whether you guys has heard about these forest cities in Johor Bahru or not.
The thing is, right, when I can mention this, I wasn't too familiar with forest city. I only know about Iskandar project.
Yes, actually it's under Iskandar project. It's a free duty and free tax zone. It's one of the human mixed islands lah.
Tax free and duty free zone. So that means, like, when you go there, it's like things are not so expensive lah.
Supposedly. Some kind of like, supposedly it's like those Langkawi and this kind of the ideas lah. But there's more to selling to foreigner. It's not for our local. And because the property that forest city is high, the pricing is higher than our mainland Malaysia here. The pricing, but they compared to Singapore, and because then maybe the half an hour times they can reach to Singapore, they are compared the pricing with Singapore, that's cheaper. But of course, they compare with Malaysia, it's
okay,
higher.
But correct me if I'm wrong here. Like, originally, Iskandar project is more like a residential, or like more like for people to live, rather than like a financial hub or anything like that. Is it? What is the original purpose of Iskandar?
Actually, initially, they want to encourage the people, foreigners, especially Singaporeans or maybe Chinese people, to come to invest the housing. Actually, they have a housing area, the residentials lah. Then the other part maybe is some of the business, some of the shopping mall, and it's some kind of like the whole island. It can have some, maybe it's a business. They have an overseas business also, and some of the shopping mall, and the people who are in these islands is not go away from this island. They can the expenses and the job and the work, all people's here.
So I originally said to Ah Kit, it's more like a Singapore 2.0, right? But then you tell me it wasn't really like that lah. And the more I hear you, it's more like this sounds more like Langkawi 2.0 instead, rather.
I think they are do it more atas than the Langkawi.
Of course, it's more expensive and much more.
Yeah.
But conceptually, it's just like Langkawi lah, where Langkawi is a duty-free destination for tourists. It is typically for foreigners lah, not really for.
From what I know, it's because this project is done by the Sultan, current Sultan, Johor Sultan, and the former PM Najib.
Najib, right?
Yes, they are actually they are also encourage the Chinese people who are invest in Malaysia.
So this is where my alarm rings went off. As soon as I heard Iskandar project, my first thought was like, wait, wasn't this under Najib? And like it seemed like it was a failed project. So that's the thing. I wanted to know like what happened and what caused it to fail actually. Like originally, before we get to the current forest city, like what actually happened? Because I'm not too familiar myself.
Okay, the Najib actually they will come up the one is called Malaysia Second Home. The Malaysia Second Home is encouraged
My Second Home
yes,
project.
They invest a certain money in Malaysia. You can enjoy 10 years in stay in Malaysia and live in Malaysia.
Like they don't need to worry about getting visa or anything.
Yes,
right?
especially those Chinese people, because Chinese people they are not easily to get the visa to come to Malaysia for those old days.
Specifically, like you're talking about mainland China people who loves to travel to Malaysia. They travel a lot to Malaysia. We are like one of the popular destinations, not just for holiday, but also for schooling as well, right?
Yep.
And also for a lot of investments as well. They do invest into Malaysia economy, like companies and stuff like that, right?
Yes. So, but this project, I believe the government they have cooperation with the one of huge and big group, the property group in China also. Their coins and it's what's the name? Country Garden.
Country Garden. Okay, so like if I'm not mistaken, there are two big property giant in China. Country Garden and Evergrande.
Yeah.
Evergrande or something like that, right? The thing is, both of this company not really good right now actually. Both are experiencing a lot of financial troubles. Particularly Evergrande, they declared bankruptcy already, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're gonna jailed by the Chinese government also. The person in charge, the CEO.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. Was that a good move by China CCP or is that a bad move?
But for our Malaysia side here, because one of the abandoned project, and then the government already invest so much money, especially
This is a sunk cost fallacy. Basically, like you already put so much effort, you don't want to accept the fact it's gone lah.
And some of these islands is man-made islands.
What do you know? What was like the total cost for the entire thing?
I don't know. It's very huge amount they are investing in these islands. They are very. I think it's this group is the biggest project. Invest the overseas the biggest project.
Okay, before we get into it, I want to get your opinion on this. Like, had this project succeeded, right? What would it have done for Malaysia actually? What do you think would have done for Malaysia if the project succeeded?
Of course, the money, the things is the fund.
The fund
from China to come to invest to Malaysia, and then the Chinese maybe they will do business, and then they are also mentioned they will invite some MNCs like those like Tencent, Tencent, some Alibaba, those kind of Chinese big companies to come to this Iskandar's area lah.
I feel like that's like the business owner perspective lah. Like if I'm being honest, what you just say I don't think will help the people whatsoever because this feels like a lot of benefit is just for corporation and not really for the people.
Maybe we treat it like, because my ideas lah for this play is like the idea we will make it as like they are saying is a free duty and free tax-free
zone, right?
Yes. Why not make like sound like the one of the islands called Cayman
Islands.
Cayman
and when
Islands.
you said that, another alarm bell in my head go already, because Cayman Island, notoriously well known among people, even for normal people as well. People know what is called Cayman Island. Okay. But let me just ask you, what if I say, oh, a kid, I kept my money in Cayman Island. What do you think? What was your opinion to that? How do you feel when you hear that?
Yeah, I know. It's a
No, just explain to me. Like, if I say, hey, kid, I kept my money in Cayman Island, what is the thing come to your mind?
Yeah, I know. The thing is like the money laundry. Yes, the money laundry things lah. But
Not really a good, not really a good how you say image there lah, right?
but
So when you told me that Malaysia wanted to do a Cayman Island of its own, and now we're gonna go into like what is the forest city purpose now, right? The restart of the project. Now we want to make it as a Cayman Island like financial hub, right? So for me, it's like when you say that, it rings alarm bell because like this sounds as a way for corporation to just stash their money without worry being audited or being taxed by the country that they are living in or in the country that they are visiting, which is like it benefits no one except corporation. That's my opinion lah. But what you were trying, what is your like opinion to that? Like I said, when I say Cayman Island, the most people think is like not a good image lah.
okay, yes, just what like you say. Maybe Cayman Island is not very good in image or reputations. But for some of, I believe, let's say we are going to have this Cayman Islands 2.0. You can say Cayman Island 2.0.
Cayman Island of Asia.
Yeah, Asian, yes, for Asia. We can have this kind of freedom because I also believe in international law and regulation in implementing this island. It be not in Singapore law or Malaysian law, but this international regulation, business regulations. They have to. I mean, this is not me to. I mean, to do this. These islands law. Of course, they want to check where this money come from, where this fund come from. This kind of checking.
The thing is, right? You keep saying as if like it's like illegal. Like I don't know. It's a drug trafficking boss or something like that. Is it? That's what Cayman Island is used for.
No, this island to set to be a Cayman Island is the idea actually is to be this financial freedoms, financial hub thing. You know, it's some kind of like, yeah, of course they have got the advantage and the advantage. We see the advantage for the people first. Maybe it's the first with the advantage will go to the businessman, of course lah. The people who have got this fund and the money. Why not? You think maybe they are create more job opportunity in this island and make the foreigner come and then work in this island. But the island actually is the pass only going into island. It not affect Malaysia or Singapore the job opportunity. Maybe the Malaysian people can go into the island to work, but the island, the foreigner can't come to Malaysia to work as the job, to not get our job opportunities from our Malaysian local lah. This is what I'm thinking.
This is what you hope lah.
Create the more job opportunity.
But here's the thing, and I unfortunately have to blow away the happiness there lah, because in history, when there is like given the opportunity as a businessman, wouldn't you want to try to get your costs as low as possible, right? And when you have your low cost, right, and you have the extra let's say money there, do you think the extra money will go back into your workers, or will it go back to your pocket first? Okay,
we have a certain, of course lah, you have a certain of the benefit or attract the businessmen to come to invest in this island. Of course, you have the regulation, and then maybe the tax is lower. Lower is the lowest in Asia. Maybe a single tax system. It's called single tax system. So they have this advantage. Of course, the labor cost, you have to hire the talented people. Of course, the pricing is higher. But the one is the internationals. Compared with if let's say we work in Shanghai, Hong Kong, or maybe other places, it's some kind of, because the talent, the people who are work there, the wages, of course, is same lah. Right?
Is it though?
That also is very good for Malaysian people also. If let's say Malaysian people, the wages is same, we have this opportunity to work there also. And then it's just next to our Malaysia, then we can get the international pay. They pay in USD. Then why not so good? So good, right, Sal? This is what my thinking.
I mean, look, that's a very happy, positive hope there lah. Realistically, do you really think that when companies invest in a location that gives you a lot of tax cuts and doesn't provide you heavy regulation in terms of like, I don't know, hiring or anything like that? Because if you go to an island, right, and you're a company, let's say you're a Apple factory, okay, and you see this island, they say we will give you tax break. You don't have to pay a lot of tax here, but our regulation we will keep it minimum. Okay, do you think a company won't abuse that freedom?
This one, the abuse the freedom. Of course, the company. Every company they try to save the cost, right? But if let's say this one is the international regulation, that one is how the Malaysians, the governments put the effort, how to execute the.
But as I can tell, a lot of the regulation now and a lot of the proposal and it seems like a lot of the ideas for Forest City, it seems to be targeted purely for businesses, right? Not really for workers first. As I can tell, like you said, the reduced tax that only apply to businesses, ma. Does the worker pay less tax?
This one,
if you work under, okay, let's say I work under a China company, that's operating in this forest city, right? And that China company has like a tax cut. You as a worker, how Malaysian worker, do you enjoy that tax break as well?
This is you have to depend the government, our Malaysia side. They want to more people to work in. Actually work in this. If let's say work in forest cities, they come back to Malaysia. They're using the tax. Actually, it's good for we create job opportunities.
It should be, yes. The market theory is that when you allow corporation financial freedom and you know the free market will regulate itself in order to provide the best solution. America is one of the biggest country with the lowest tax for companies. What's the current situation there? Is the workers getting the best pay there? Is the workers getting the best benefit there?
Okay, because this question is out to the point, right? Not out to the point. The workers
outside of Malaysia, is it?
Malaysia, if let's say in Malaysia, if let's say Malaysia have a regulation, it's not in the island regulation, Malaysia regulation. If those who are working this free zone, these islands they have no need to pay a tax, and because you already claim the tax in this island. This one is our Malaysia. Maybe if someone is work in this island is a Singaporean, then maybe they're Singaporean. They also mention, hey, you work in this island, you work in Forest City. You don't need to pay the Singapore tax. You only pay you already claim the tax in this island. Everything is this island in the Malaysia to do the see how our government to react the things. They encourage more talent come to Malaysia
But that hasn't been the case though. Like the case with as I said, even in the US where you reduce the amount of tax towards corporation, it has not helped workers. It has not brought workers back into the economy. Or in Malaysia's case, like you try to stop the brain drain lah.
But I because we try to, if let's say this is very success project create more job opportunity no matter in this island or maybe in Malaysia or in KL. It's also help us to the wages we can help more people to have.
What increase the wages, is it the level of wages?
The wages actually is the other issue. Is more job opportunity first lah. In Malaysia maybe it's not enough job opportunities, then the people will go to overseas and go
wait, what do you mean there's not enough job opportunities in Malaysia leh?
Maybe it's not a lot of MNC to come to Malaysia for
Is it not enough MNC man?
But this is really another question, right?
I mean, because the thing is, all this is in relation to Forest City. Because when you create a financial hub that gives a lot of freedom to corporation, corporation won't feel obligated to provide the best for its workers. The only way for you to encourage corporation to really provide the best wages, the best benefits, and ensure that the best talents get paid properly is through regulation. Without regulation, do you think corporation would not say, well, I mean, the average worker, the average salary for, let's say, a marketing executive in the US is like 3,000 ringgit, but we don't have regulation here that says that we have to pay 3,000 ringgit. So I will only pay 2,000 ringgit.
But this is you come back the regulation, the worker regulation. Actually, it's come to this ball throw back to the manpower. If let's say the manpower ministries lah. So
human resources,
something lah. So they have to fix like blue collars, how many minimum wages, and the white collar minimum wages, and executive level and management level. Actually, Malaysia should have set this. I mean the wages. This is the power is owned by the Malaysia Manpower Ministry. But now I mentioned is we try to create some things. If let's say we are more opportunity, then we have talk about the regulation. If let's say we are trying to, because this already abandoned project is wasting a lot of people there, and then investment, money, effort. So why not we try to give this place at least a little of hope or opportunity to make this place happen. Maybe it's not so high, maybe it's not the free zone. At least it's for some people. Now currently there are people living in these forest cities. This forest city is 9,000 people. 9,000. They want to make it to 70,000. 70,000. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? Why is the project is we need to make it more for the businesses? Why can't we just we reclaim that island, repurpose it as affordable residential areas for Malaysians, and Malaysian invest in that area rather than foreign companies? Why can't we encourage Malaysians to buy back that land and that area?
I think because the land initially they want to make the foreign investor to come over to invest. So that's why we are keep continuing the ideas. If let's say for Malaysia housing, in our mainland, it still keep going doing the constructions, and even the housing keep going on, increasing the numbers. But in the end, our Malaysian also cannot afford buy the house. Why not? If let's say come back to these questions, our mainland, if let's say we want to make everyone to afford the housing, right? We want to afford the housing. Come to mainland. Actually, if let's say I can afford the mainland, why I want to buy a free zone or free duty? I don't care. I just want to I'm at home and just nearby here. This my area in KL, right? I also don't want to buy the even you say free tax free. Whatever free.
If you said that, then why would foreigner want to also go there also?
That one is actually correct to the foreigner. If let's say for correct for the local
but it
people.
failed, didn't it? Because no foreigner invested in that area.
Yeah, that's why no foreigner.
So why do we still want to continue with the purpose of like let's still target the foreigners when our Malaysian itself are
we
have land, it's already made, it's already there. But we don't want to concede to the fact that, well, we still want to make profit here lah. So let's not take down the pricing, make it affordable and give it to Malaysian people. Let's maintain the expensiveness of this place and attract foreigners instead. Why is that still the goal of needing foreign capital in that area? And in order to do that, we have to reduce regulation, reduce taxes. Because the thing is, right, when you reduce taxes, you really take away money that's supposed to go back into the people. People always assume like taxes is stealing from the people. But in the matter of the fact is, right now, taxes is like mostly paid by the people. Corporation get a lot of tax free, but they don't really put back the money back into the people, ma. Are you telling me like a company that's enjoyed tax free for so many years decide to give the extra back to its workers, man? I don't think so. it will definitely go back to the executive back, ma. So when you say it's like, oh, Forest City, we will be Cayman 2.0, we will financial hub for all this foreign, I don't think that will be very helpful for the Malaysian people. It will be helpful for Malaysian businessmen. It will be helpful for foreign businesses, MNCs. But that trickle down effect won't happen to the workers one.
Of course, the project, if let's say you come to like, wow, I want to benefit all the Malaysians people who get the benefit for this project, definitely not. But if let's say we only can get, I can foresee is one part of, it maybe their success, maybe it's create more job opportunity, and maybe it's in a international level of the opportunity for people who are in Malaysia. It's no need to go overseas or no need to go in Singapore to work and then you get a high pay in Malaysia. This is what I'm thinking. If let's say you want to, if for some certain people who are got the talent, there are no need. If let's say the place is succeeds and a lot of the, and then only the place you create for the foreign's like a foreign investor, and then the mainland, we can still continues our benefits. I mean, for foreign, for local people who are want to do a business, or local people, the benefits in the mainland can provide more benefit for our.
Yeah, but I understand the logic behind that, and the hopeful opinion that, well, when you bring in foreign capital in, it's supposed to inject into the economy and bring up the people. But can you honestly look at the surrounding right now and the rest of the world? That what this project is, right? The fundamentals of it, right? Has it really succeeded anywhere else? Has a place where there is low tax regulation, low worker regulation, have really bought a place, it really improved the economy of the place? Is there a country that exists such a case? Where there's lower taxes equals to improving economy for the workers.
Okay. Because
and if there hasn't been, like, what makes Malaysia a unique case that we will succeed in implementing this project and ensure that the benefits will go back to the people?
And because I foresee is one of because you see in Asians Asian Asia ASAN is don't have any place is very as a financial hub. Financial hub is very strong financial. Beside of Singapore, the regulations, the very clear regulations and corruptions, all that. But if let's say we want to make one zone or one island as like, a copy like Singapore, but more freedom than Singapore.
But isn't
the financial freedom? But
isn't that worse though? If you give more freedom to corporations,
so this one to make the one of the hub. It's in Asian place like this, not like those. Yeah, this is what I'm the initial thinking. Yeah, this a capitalism.
Your hope is that this is a good capitalism, lah.
The capitalism zone, actually, they are only the one of the zone.
But that's the thing, island. Like you cannot, and I will stress this enough. You cannot purely run on capitalism and hope that there will be good people all around there.
Only we are fix the thing. If let's say the evil, or I just put the evil, every evil in this island, you treat as an evil. If let's say you treat as an angel, okay, we will
it's not about evil or what. It's about capitalism in the idea that it is a profit driven. Like if you're in a capitalistic market, your focus is to get profit,
Yes.
If not get profit, what for you do, right?
Yep.
So if you tell me that you create an area that pushes for capitalism, how are they going to be like, encouraged to let go of that profit and give it back to its workers?
Okay, you mean that capitalism, capitalism is which is you are the talented, you have the talent in this, you have the values.
Meritocracy, basically, right?
Yeah, if
you're a talented worker, you're a good worker, you will be rewarded, right?
Yep. Sense of the value. But the regulation not split out to our Malaysia or our side here. We have the place for you to perform. There is a stage. Okay, after that, oh, maybe I feel tired. I want to retire. Oh yeah, still got the Malaysia and this. I come back to here and mainland, and then this is a.
But that's the thing, right? You say like hard work, talent, and everything.
Mm-mm.
That is the driving force of capitalism, right?
Mm-mm.
But that's not true, right? If that's the case, why is Elon Musk the most powerful man in the world?
Okay, I'm not trying to say the force and right or wrong here lah. But
I personally think meritocracy a lie. Like the idea that the most talented and most hardworking individual will get paid properly, because that's not the case, ma. In the capitalistic market, the only people who gets the most benefit and the most money is the people who take advantage of all this loose regulation, reduce taxes, and use that to put it back in their own pocket instead of saying like reinvesting it back to the workers. That is capitalism, and that is the entire profit-driven market that we live in. And when you say that you want to make a hub that really pushes this freedom, I don't see it benefiting the workers.
Okay, the first things, the capitalism. Okay, we are talking about too much to the capitalism things because
we can go back to the basic of saying like,
of course, you come to this island. Of course, at the company, everyone also want to make the freedom without the regulation is more freedom. Actually, the financial hubs is more freedoms to people who are invest. This is the purpose. If let's say we come to the capitalism or socialism, this we are I'm not saying ignore lah. We are put aside first. We put aside first because we are trying to like because even the capitalism, okay, we also got the benefit of the maybe you come back to the people and see how their work, how to do the what you call that the balancings lah. We call it balancings to the society. But now we are talking, we want more fun to come in, so we make a place to place the fun in this island. This is the purpose, and then I don't know whether.
But I mean, I understand your point in that you just want to attract investors, ma. In order to attract investors, you need to give them something that they want, ma.
Yep.
And something they want is less tax, more freedom, right? And that's a basic fundamentals of trying to get foreign capital in, by giving the best things to the investor in hopes that they will come to your country and then pump that money in, and then that money will go down to the country back, right? But can you honestly say that will actually happen? Again, I have to bring back to the fact that countries that promote looser taxes or more financial freedom, where has there been a successful case of that happening, of that structure happening, and then the country becomes a better country, like it really improved the country's economy? Because like I said, the country with the least taxes, the most freedom, financial freedom, is definitely the United States of America. This is, you are capitalism, financial freedom, all the way the best, man. Like if you are a company, you want to invest and you want the freedom to do anything, you go to the US, that's where you get, ma. And that's where all the foreign capital all go, ma. But can you honestly tell me that America is a thriving country right now for its people? Can you honestly look at it and say like, wow, capitalism really uplift everyone there, eh? Has that happened for America? Now, let's say you want to take that model, right, and bring it to Malaysia in a more focused area.
No, we okay. This one thing is we are ready. The government, if let's say lah, for your opinions, what do you think you want to like? This island, the businessman, the investor already invest so much money in this island. Then what do you think you want to give this? Oh, the housing here, I go to free for the people, to Malaysians. You can get 40,000 or 50,000 a cheaper housing to sell to Malaysia, or you want to make it like got the value to attract the people to come to invest Malaysia. This is the thing. because the thing is already there. There's abandoned. I can absolutely abandon. It's no one is staying there. The 9,000 people, or maybe some of the people, the Chinese or whoever, Singaporean who are invest, but it's all not success. But it's not that they're expected. But if let's say you want to do something like that, you say if let's say not wasted this project lah, you try to continue the project. How we go? What's your opinion, sir?
Okay, so first things first, right? I in the beginning, I would say like a project like Iskandar project is something I would never be on board with, because like again, this is just giving benefit to corporation, not really to the people.
No, because
that's my in the beginning. Now we are at this point, right? And what is the action we should take for this abandoned project? Well, this is a resource that's available, right? Why not we make it a hub for Malaysian companies instead? Okay, let's promote that tax-free or reduce taxes, or maybe like lower regulations, but provide it only for Malaysian companies, so they can build up the economy instead. So you can focus on local companies, local products, and make that as maybe another tourism point for people to visit rather than and invest for foreign capital. Because the thing is, right, when you try to bring in foreign capital in, like MNC in, by giving like sweet deals like lower taxes and everything, their companies will just take advantage of that and not necessarily pump it back into the country. Rather, when it comes to foreign capital, we as Southeast Asian nation should decide on a minimum tax for any corporation to invest. Not just Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, Indonesia, Cambodia, Philippines, all these nations should come to an agreement that if there is foreign capital coming in, there is a minimum tax requirement. Okay? So if regardless of where you want to invest in Southeast Asia, you need to pay this tax. And these taxes will definitely go back towards the country itself, rather than lowering taxes. So, in my opinion right now, like, what should Forest City do? Forest City should not be focused on rebuilding it as a Cayman Island 2.0 or as a financial hub with complete financial freedom. No, instead, like, you want to invest here as a foreign country, you can. And maybe we'll give you maybe a sweet deal for like 1 year or so lah. But after that, you definitely need to pay a lot more as a foreign capital, especially if you make a lot of profits in Malaysia. And rather than focus on foreign capital, let's focus on local businesses instead. Why not allow people to afford to be able to open shops there or open businesses there instead? Because like, again, it's not like people in Malaysia don't want to start business or to expand their business, right? If that's the case, why not just give it to the people instead?
Okay, this is
we still I know you want to get foreign capital in but
local. I'm not saying locals. The businessmen, if let's say for this project, of course they have a benefits, a difference. I think a difference benefits from foreigners and then our local. Of course, a local we got more benefits than people who are want to invest in. I mean, do a business in. To
be honest, like my solution is not the best solution lah. If I'm being honest, because the thing is like, for me, it's more about like, well, these are all properties that are not being used. Why not we just give it as an affordable housing for people here who actually want housing?
Because for my opinion, actually how come this abandoned project already done by Najib is already abandoned this project? Why not just do it?
Yeah, so, but like again, why not give it to the people of Malaysia rather than give it to foreign capital? Because the thing is, right, when you invest in foreign capital, that doesn't necessarily means that it will go back to the country.
This one, actually, this project not done by our locals companies.
I know it's by China company, right? But if we follow the rules of capitalism and the market itself, right? If you invest in something and you fail, that's your problem, meritocracy, what? You weren't good enough to maintain that. So why you want to complain to the government and say, I cannot like that, you need to give me more benefit, Why company can complain like that, but we as a people, when we say, well, we cannot afford all this housing and everything, and we getting lower wages, why they cannot help us? Government cannot help us instead.
But so for low wages, of Malaysia, they should have the what you call it? The
minimum wage.
The minimum wage.
There is a minimum wage, but the
blue
thing
collars for white collar.
but the minimum wage doesn't reflect the living costs. That's the problem. Because like again, you're telling me you want to go to a company and say, well, you need to pay your workers more. You think they want to pay workers more?
But seriously, this is our government, the regulation, the executions. You have to execute. If let's say the people who are not enough the minimum wages, they can do the what you call it, the complaints or the manpower. You know.
Do you really think complaints by the worker will actually go to the people? Will actually go to the people in power?
So that's why the regulations, the executions, the power is not
Your
strong enough.
Your lack of trust, the lack of
Strong.
trust in governmental lead in this one, right? How do you think that would change in terms of like the foreign city?
So the foreign city, of course,
the thing is
it's
like
a special. If let's say for the this district, you have the special district, maybe the special government. Maybe they will try to cooperation.
How do you ensure integrity there? How do you ensure that there won't be businesses taking advantage of the situation? Yeah, let us know what you think about that. If you enjoy our content, as always, do share, like, subscribe. And as always, we hope to see you guys in the next episode. Until then, goodbye.
See you guys again. Bye.
I honestly think this is just an ego project for Sultan.
Cheaper beer and then the cheaper wine. You see, our mainland is still got a lot of the empty properties.